Seriously? Hey guys, and welcome to another battle report with myself, 6+ Stevo, and I'm joined today by...
Hey, it's Lewis here.
My brother, with
going?
his AdMech. So this is going to be an interesting battle report. AdMech have never appeared on the channel before. I have faced them a couple of times off camera. They are nasty. They've got some devastating shooty firepower. But I'm sure my bad moons can handle it because they've got some good firepower of their own. But we are going to be playing the mission Incisive Attack. We are playing a combat patrol mission, so 500 points, and we are house ruling as ever. So we are only going to be using one secondary mission on this. We've both agreed we're going to be using... What are we using again? It's the one where you kill stuff. Grind them down. Grind them down. That's what we're going to be using. So... it's going to make it nice and simple for us. So basically, we are just focusing on the objectives. 4 objectives, one here, one here, one here, and one just there. And then we are going for some kills as well for some bonus secondary objectives. But yes, we are keeping it simple. And yeah, well, with that said, there's not really much more to say other than we need to have a look at our armies and see what we're throwing against each other. Okay, so this is what we're up against. This is Lewis's AdMech force. Quite a nasty looking bunch, I'm sure you'll agree. So, Lewis, you can talk us through what you've got here. Starting with, I guess, your HQ. You got your Tech Priest Dominus there.
That's right. So, he's going to be equipped with the artifact Remnant of the Tech Marcher. He's basically got Feel No Pain, a good classic for anybody.
Lovely.
He's also given some boosts to shooting and stuff like that, so you know, don't have to worry about people on cover. He's also got On the Axe, which has got a nice boost for his Warlock trait, first-hand field testing, so it gives it a nice boost in the strength and damage. And he's also got an Eradication Ray, just
lovely jubbly. Yeah, I've tangled with this guy before. I can confirm he is horrendously nasty to fight. And then you've got 3 troop slots here. You've got 2 squads of Vanguard, are they called?
Yep, 2 squads of Vanguard. Both of them are equipped with Plasma Collivers,
right.
2 each. As well as data tethers, just to keep the morale high when the orcs will inevitably get close and you start squishing.
Let's hope so.
I've got the Rangers, which is the last squad, and they have Plasma Collivers as well. I've decided not to bother with the Omnibus Sniper because it just costs too much.
Okie dokie. Yeah, and we are playing a small points game here. And then your heavy hitter at the back here.
Here's my Doom Crawler. Now,
lovely.
He's a nasty machine, packing a lot of firepower.
Good stuff. So what's he packing?
So he has a Cognus Heavy Stabber just for the close combat bit. He's also got Twin Icarus Autocannon for a bit more long range. It's typically an anti-air weapon, but it could do some nasty stuff close combat. And he also has the rocket launcher system, which is called the Galatine Rocket Launcher.
Good stuff. So he's packing a whole lot of DACA. Okay, and you haven't spent any CP, so you are starting the game with full 3 CP, I take it, yeah?
That's correct.
Okay, and how much points did this lot come to?
It was 500.
Bang on, 500. Lovely jubbly. Okay, let's take a look at my boys and see what I'm throwing against this lot. Okay, so here is my 500-point Bad Moon Combat Patrol Detachment. It's bang on 500 points actually as well. So where do we start? We have leading this lot. We have a weird boy. He has the psychic powers, jabbing fingers, and a jump. But he is not my warlord. I've decided to make my warlord this fella, the knob on Smasher Squig. He has the warlord trait Arda's Nails, and he also has the relic Head Whopper's Kill Chopper. And he will be leading 3 Squig Hog Boys armed with a Bomb Squig. And then in the troops section, we have Bob and the gang, as always. A 10-man Grot Squad. And then we have an 11-man Grot Squad. And these ones are actually a specialist mob. They are Horrible Gits. And then we have a 10-man Shooter Boy Squad armed with a Big Shooter. And the knob leading them just has Slugger and Chopper. Points were getting very tight there. And then the big heavy hitter at the back, we have Snap, the Death Dread, armed with a big shooter and 3 Dreadclaws. So yes, should be interesting. I also did not spend any CP before the game, which is rare for me. So I am also starting the game with the full 3 CP. So yeah, good stuff. Right, we're going to go away now. We're going to roll off and to see deployment and who's got what side and whatnot. And then we'll come back to you with turn 1. Okay, we are deployed. I won the initial roll-off, so I chose to be defender. So I chose the opposite end of the board. So this is where Lewis has deployed his army. Right in the centre, front and centre, we've got the Dune Crawler. He is scanning, looking for my Death Dread, but he can't find him. The Tech Priest Dominus there next to him, and then we got some Vanguard there next to him, skulking behind this building. Over here is the other unit of Vanguard, looking like they're going to attempt to get this objective down that flank. And then over here on top of the building, we have the Rangers with some of their long-range weaponry, hoping to snipe some orcs. And over on my side, we have way back in the corner here, hiding away because the rest of the boys can't stand the stink of them, is my horrible gits. My weird boy is just here, just skulking in the corner of the building. Snap is there. He's hiding behind the building because he doesn't like the look of that Dune Crawler's guns and he doesn't want to be popped off first turn. And then over here, Bob and the gang bravely leading the charge, ready to come through and grab this objective. And they are backed up by the Squighog boys and the Knob on Smasher Squig. And then over on the other flank is the Shooter boys. So with that done, there is nothing else left to do but to roll off and see who gets first turn. And I was just saying off camera, I don't actually know whether I want first turn. So, Lewis, you ready for this? You got your dice?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it, baby. Oh, first turn goes for the Orcs. Let's have it. Whoa! Hey, that's my line. Right, the Orc movement phase and psychic phase has been done. So, what's happened? Snap, he came out of hiding. He decided to be brave and come out. Bob and the gang moved forward and claimed the objective. And the Knob and Smasher Squig and the Squighog boys have surged forward, ready to drive headlong into the enemy. I don't know whether that is foolhardy. I don't know whether they're going to live to regret that. We will find out in the AdMech turn, I guess. Over here, the Shooter boys moved forward, ready to engage those Vanguard over there and heading towards that objective. And then in this psychic phase, the weird boy, he during the movement phase, he just tucked himself in this building to keep himself out of harm's way. And then he cast the jump on the horrible gits, would you believe? And he's jumped him right over here onto the objective in cover. So hopefully that will prove a wise tactical decision on my part. But we'll find that out all later on as we now move into the Orc Shooting Phase. Okay, so we're into the shooting phase and I have already decided to spend some CP on the Shooter boys over here. They are going to be targeting your Vanguard over there, mate. So I spent 2 CP on more Daka, so they count as being within half range, so they're getting the maximum amount of shots. I did consider spending another CP on showing off, but I didn't want to blow all the CP, so I'm being cautious and sensible. Very un-orky. So, we are hitting on 5s. Okay. Here we go. Right, we have not too many hits there. It's to be expected. Got a few though. Not a huge amount, but might be enough. Okay, so they're toughness 3, strength 4 guns, so we are wounding on 3s. Well, that wasn't too good. So we've got,
The ominous light blesses me.
1 normal save and 1 save at -1.
So that's the higher one, yeah? Fails, saves.
Okie dokie, so that's 1 dead Vanguard. So Lewis is just feverishly looking up some rules as he's about to take his first turn. My first turn is over. It was pretty uneventful, really. The boys managed to pick off 1 Vanguard with a disappointing round of shooting. And then there was nothing else within range. I've only got Grots and Squighog boys, which don't really have the range. So it was just my Death Dread to take some pot shots. He took a few shots over at these Rangers and missed with every shot. And yeah, that was it. So Orc Turn 1 is over. And we are now moving into AdMech Turn 1. Okay, so Lewis informs me that he is declared or cast or whatever these fellas say, 1001 or something probably, what's it called again, the benediction of the Omnis Sire, which means for the rest of this turn his whole army can re-roll a hit roll, a wound roll and a damage roll, I believe. Yep. Yeah, brutal. So the Orcs are about to weather a hail of some nasty shooting. I think this is going to be this is going to be key, I think. If I can manage to tank a lot of this, I might be okay. If this goes well for Lewis, it's going to be an uphill struggle for me. But yes, we are now into the AdMech Turn 1, and we're about to go into the movement phase. Okay, so the movement phase has been done. Not a huge amount of movement. The Rangers just shuffled up on the building here just to get right up as far as they can. The Vanguard over here moved forward to claim that objective, followed by the Tech Priest Dominus. The June Crawler stayed still because I think, well, let's face it, he's spoilt for choice in terms of targets. And then the Vanguard over there moved up behind a bit of light cover, ready to show the shooter boys how shooting is done. So we'll see that in a minute. But yeah, we now move into the AdMech shooting phase. Okay, so we are commencing the shooting phase with these fellas over here about to shoot. Where's my finger gone? There, at the shooter boys. Okay, so you have 2 dudes with plasma collivers and 1 dude with a radium carbine, and they're all hitting on 3s.
Ooh. So
wasn't a good roll, but they're Mars Dogma, is that right? So they get to re-roll one of their hit rolls.
So I will re-roll the plasma colliver.
That makes sense.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
So
looks like you got 2 hits from the take your misses out.
Yep. So those miss, that misses.
Yeah. Okay. So the strength of your radium carbine.
Radium carbine is pretty pants, I believe. It is a strength. No, there's a 3.
And your plasma collivers?
Strength 7, because I didn't overcharge.
Okay, so toughness 5. So you are wounding with the plasma on a 3+, and the others are wounding on a 5+. So you're wounded with the nasty one, and that's got some AP, hasn't it?
Yes, it does.
So, with those canticles of the Omnisire, Lewis also gets to re-roll a wound roll. So we're going to do that right now. And it still fails. So there you go. So you got 1 nasty one. What's the AP on that one?
So, I believe it is a -3.
Do you know what? I'm asking what the AP is. They got a 6+ save. So even whatever it is, it's gone through it. So that is 1 dead shooter boy.
1 for 1.
1 for 1. The AdMech shooting continues with the next unit of Vanguard. They are shooting at the Squighog boys. And this is going to be nasty because you've used that stratagem on them, haven't you?
Protector Doctrinum Imperative.
Brutal, which basically gives them, because they're armed with a data tether, it gives them a +2 to hit. But basically, they're hitting these Squighog boys on a 2+ now. So yeah, that's going to be nasty. So yeah, let's do the stuff. Oh, and you get to re-roll that 1 miss, don't you?
I'll take it.
And that's now a hit. Lovely jubbly. Okay, so you roll into wound. Okay, so you've got strength 7, strength 3, so you're wounding on 3s and 6s. You got 1 6 there out of the radium carbines.
We roll that 1 for
re-roll the 1, yeah.
which goes through.
That goes through, yeah.
Nope.
You hit with all the nasty ones.
Nope. It was a 6.
Yeah, 6 needed for that. A toughness 6. Okay, brutal. So that is some saves needed. Is there any AP on the radium carbon? I presume that's no AP.
Nope.
Okay, so that'll be on a 4+ save. And the AP of the plasma collivers?
-3.
-3. Ouch. Okay, so, whoo, blimey. So they are beast snaggers, so they get a 6+ invulnerable save. These are the invuns, and this darker one is the standard. So I'm looking for a 4+, 6+. Come on, baby. Made 2 of them. So that is 1 damage each, yeah, from those plasma collivers.
That's right.
That is 3, so that is, that's 1 dead Squighog boy. Ouch. Oh, that was a painful shooting phase as predicted. So you saw what happened with the Vanguard units. Then some more stuff happened. The Tech Priest Dominus, he shot at my Squighog boys, caused some damage. Then the June Crawler shot at Bob and the gang, killed 3 of Bob's mates, and then killed 2 of the Squighog boys. So yeah, that was bad. These fellas shot at the horrible gits over here and killed quite a few of them, and that was bad too. And then I did some really bad morale tests. So the Squighog boys, you'll notice, are not there because the last one remaining, he legged it. Bob and the gang, they failed their leadership test, which lost them another 3 grots that ran and fled. The boys over there, they were fine. And the horrible gits, they're very brave horrible gits because they rolled a 1 and passed. But yeah, that was painful. Ooh, that was not nice at all. So yeah, I'm looking for some vengeance now. And and you scored some secondary objective points as well because I destroyed nothing. You destroyed the Squighog boys, so you got grind them down, which nets you some points. So that's put you in the lead, my friend, as we go into Orcs Turn 2. That's it, you remove them buggers. Okay, people, so you join us. I've managed to just get a tiny little bit of vengeance here. So it is, I've done the Orc movement phase. So what's happened? Not a whole lot. The Smasher Squig has charged forward to get vengeance for his fallen brethren. The Death Dread moved forward, muscling his way past Bob and the gang. And the Shooter Boys over here moved forward to claim that objective. The Weird Boy, he advanced a nice 5 inches, so he ran a full 10 inches up the field and shot Smite at the Vanguard over here. And he did very well. He rolled the D3 mortal wounds and got 3. So that's what you've just seen Lewis remove there. So that is good. That is very good. I needed some vengeance because after that last turn, it's been painful. It's not going too bad though. I did score the maximum 15 for primary. And the way that's gone, I'm going to need to play the objective. But let's see if I can dish out some more damage as we head into the Orc Shooting Phase. Okay, so we've done a little bit of shooting with what can shot. The Horrible Gits shot, they landed a few hits, but you made your armour save, didn't you?
Yep.
Death Dread shot at these fellas as well. You made your armour save. And he shot with his slugger and missed. And then so the only thing left to shoot with is my Shooter Boys. I have used the stratagem showing off. So any exploding 6s get me extra hits, which is good. Gonna need them. So here we go. We are hitting on 5s. There's a few 6s in there. All right, let's take out the misses to start with.
2s. I'm happy with that.
Oh, there's always plenty of them. I don't worry about that. Orcs. That's why we roll lots of dice, because not many of them land. Right, get rid of them.
You and your Daka.
Get rid of them. Get rid of them. Get rid of that. Okay, we've got 4 exploding, so that gets me 4 extra hits there. And we've got 1 of them exploding, get an extra hit there. Okay, so your dudes are toughness 3. Everything here is strength 4 and above, so I'm wounded on 3s. Oh, jeez, that is terrible. Okay, we did get a couple of exploding 6s though, so not too bad. So we have, for you in cover, so we got 5 3+ saves and 2 4+ saves.
No, I'm not using yours.
Yeah, no, I was thinking that when you reached for them, mate.
No.
So you got 2 4+ saves and 5 3+ saves. Yeah, I think it always curses them if you use other people's dice.
3+, 2+.
Okay. I failed 1, 2, 3. And 3 dead dudes. Leaving just 1 remaining. Lovely jubbly. Oh, yes, that's lovely. So what's going on? I decided to get the camera up at this point. I got a little bit excited and forgot to film. The Smasher Squig charged in. He did a multi-charge. So he's charged both the Tech Priest Dominus and these Vanguard. So he's charged his way in. And with the Smasher Ed ability, which he launched onto the Tech Priest Dominus, he rolled for his mortal wounds. He's failed 2 of them, but he's got 3 mortal wounds on the Tech Priest Dominus. But he has a Warlord trait or some relic or something that gives him a 5+ ignores wound.
Remnant of the Technomancer gives him a 5+, feel no pain.
Okie dokie. So he's back to roll his feel no pain saves here now. Oh, very nice. So you just suffer the 1 mortal wound. How many wounds does he have?
5.
5, so that's dropped him down to 4. Okay. Well, that was just the charge. Now I've got my attacks to go. So hopefully we can whittle down the rest of them. Wish me luck, people. Okay, so we've caused a bit of damage to him. Not as much as I was wanting, but he's down to 4 wounds, and I feel like we can do the rest now. So he's got 4 attacks with Headwhopper's Kill Chopper, and he's got 2 attacks with the Smasher Squig Jaws. And he hits on a 3+. Here we go. Not too good. He's missed a lot of the Headwhopper's Kill Chopper ones. That's not good at all. Okay, yeah, he's only hit with half of them. Right, okay, so what's the toughness of your Tech Priest Dominus, mate?
My toughness is 4.
4, very good. Okay, so we're strength 10 with Headwhopper's Kill Chopper and 6 on the Squighog Jaws. So we're wounding on a 2 on these and a 3 with this one. I didn't land any 6s, so you got no mortal wounds, but we did wound with everything else, so we've got some saves needed. So we've got 3 saves to make. We've got 1 3+ save and 2 5+ saves. You have failed 2 of them. And they're 2 damage a pop. So you've suffered 4 damage, but you've got your 5+ feel no pain.
Yep.
Which you only need to make 1 of them to keep him alive. So you've got 4 of them to make, mate.
Oh, shit.
So you need a few 5s here. Holy shit. I'll tell you what, that Warlord trait was a wise investment. So he's only lost 1 wound. Ouch. That's brutal. Yeah, this guy does not want to die. And now I'm about to endure the return attacks from him and his 2 buddies.
He's pissed.
Okay, we've done the boring bit. The 2 Vanguard did their little attacks on him and did nothing. But now the bit that we're really scared of, a Tech Priest Dominus. He has 3 attacks and he is hitting on 3s. Good, but he gets to re-roll one of them, doesn't he? Which hits. So he's got 2 hits. And he is strength 7, because he's got that nasty relic weapon, hasn't he? It's buffs. Okay. And the Smasher Squig is toughness 6, so you're wounding on 3s. Okay, so it's 1 wound, but you get to re-roll that one, don't you?
Yep.
Still fails. And the AP of that is something nasty.
-2. Yep, -2.
Oh, the little cut there, guys, because I panicked and I thought, gee, I forgot that my guy's got hard as nails, so he's a -1 to wound. But it's all right. Lewis rolled a 5, so it's fine anyway. It still did it. So what are we doing now?
Well, the damage is 2, so...
So you done... So, okay. So I've got a save to make, haven't I?
That's right.
So, AP.
-2.
-2. So it's a 6+. 6+. No! Okay. Does 2 damage. Brutal. So he is, he's got 5 wounds. So you've knocked him down to 3 wounds, mate. Oh, you bastard. Okay, so we're into the AdMech Turn Two, the movement phase. There's not been much movement. The one remaining dude here who passed his morale test is coming. He's feeling brave. He's going to go out in a blaze of glory against these boys. So good luck there, mate. You're going to need that. The two Vanguard over here decided to retreat from combat, so they've run over here to just run away from the big scary Smasher Squig. And your tech priest stayed in there, but he's about to self-repair, isn't he? So he repairs D3 lost wounds.
1.
So he's regained 1 wound. Okay, so he's back up to 4. That's going to be interesting to see who wins this epic duel. Okay. So the shooting phase has happened. These rangers shot down at the horrible gits, killing a whole load of them. There's only 2 of them left now. Oh boy. Over here, Tech Priest Dominus shot his pistol in at close range against this guy. Did land a hit, but couldn't wound him. And then the June Crawler shot its heavy stubber at Bob and the gang, killing a few more grots there. And then shot his Icarus array at the Death Dread, but some horrible dice rolls there from Lewis failed to do a dent on the Death Dread. And the one dude over there, he shot with his pistol into the Orcs and failed miserably. So I got off quite lightly there, but now we are moving into the charge phase. So Lewis, you're about to declare a charge, aren't you?
I am about to declare a charge.
Over here.
So
what do you need? Measure it out first. This is a little golden rule. Anyone watching at home, when you do your charges, always measure before, because then there's no arguments. Okay, so no, you need up to the edge of their base.
Can't see because there's lamp in the
not
way.
behind it. That's it. To the front of them. You're doing yourself out. There you go. So you need a 3.
3. Awesome.
So 2 dice. I was considering overwatching you, but I'll just let you come in and do it. Okay, so he's well in.
Sweet.
So he charges in. So, well, where are you going first, mate? Bearing in mind, I could interrupt combat.
He could. I think I'm going to start with my Dominus.
That's wise. Because I definitely would have interrupted combat if you'd gone the other way round. Yeah. Okay, then. So, as I remember it, he gets 3 attacks.
He does get 3 attacks. Hopefully these are 3 good ones.
And he hits on 3s, doesn't he?
He does indeed. Come on, mate.
Okay. Does he get a re-roll of that?
That's what I was just double checking. Re-roll a hit of 1. Yeah, he does.
Is that in both shooting and melee, is it? Does it just say hit rolls?
It just says re-roll a hit roll of 1. Each time a model in that unit makes an attack, re-roll a hit roll of 1.
Yep, nice. That's it. Re-rolls 1s. And that now hits. And he's strength 7.
Strength 7.
Okay, toughness 6. But he's hard as nails. So you would be wounded on a 3. You are now wounding on a 4.
That's right.
Nice. Nice. I needed that. Okay, you can go with your other dude now.
Yeah.
I'm going to let him go. I'm not going to interrupt combat. So your dude there. What does he get? 2 attacks, does he?
He gets 2 attacks for being a commander, basically.
What's his weapon skill?
His weapon skill is a weapon skill 4.
Okay, so 2 attacks, hitting on 4s.
He's using a power sword.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. You haven't hit him yet.
I know, I'm getting excited.
You only want to do 1, yeah?
No. 3.
So nothing. Okay, so time for the Smasher Squig to get some vengeance here. So he's got 4 attacks plus 2 from the Smasher Squig. All hitting on 3s. Come on, baby. 2 failed. Okay. And then we are wounding. He's toughness 4. So we are wounding on 3s, 2s. And we're looking for some 6s on those Headwhoppers Kill Chopper. Which I get 1. It's alright, so he's got a mortal wound in addition to anything else. The other one failed. That sucks. Then one's got through. Okay. So, you have some saves to make. You've got 2 3+ saves. And you've got 1 5+ invuln save to make. Right. So, there you go.
Let's see if I can do it. Right.
So you made your 3+ save. You made one of the other saves. You failed that one, didn't you?
Yes.
So that one you passed. So you just failed that one. You got a mortal wound, so do your 5+ for your mortal wound quickly, which you make. Jeez. Oh, good grief. And yeah. Oh, good lord.
It's good to be king.
And now you're doing your feel no pains for the 2 damage head whoppers, kill chopper. They do get through. So okay, so he's down to 2 wounds. Oh, this fight goes on. This is an epic duel between these two. Blimey. Okay. And then over here, time for the boys to mash up this guy. So as suspected, the Orcs made short work of that exceptionally brave soul. But yeah, wiped him out. Which scored me 3 points for grind them down. Lovely jubbly. And then the Grots, Bob and the gang, rolled a 1 for their leadership test. And then the Horrible Gits did exactly the same. So they managed to hold firm, which was really good. So not only have they held on to objectives, but they made sure that I got that grind them down. And that is the end of turn 2. We now go into Orcs turn 3. Okay, Orcs turn 3. There's been a bit of movement. The Weird Boy and the Death Dread have moved forward, and that's it for movement, nothing else. The boys over here have stayed where they are because they're holding their objectives. They've just decided to stay still. The Grots have all stayed still, and the Smasher Squig is still tied in mortal combat with this fella. We did the Psychic phase. The Weird Boy cast Jabbing Fingers, my old favourite, onto these Rangers up here. So they are now on a -1 to hit until my next Psychic phase. And we now move into the Charge phase. And yeah, I've got a couple of decisions to make here. Okay, so my Death Dread needs a... It's weird, I'm looking at it off screen. On camera it looks like he needs a 5, but it's the angle of the camera. He does actually need a 6. It looks really weird on camera, it's perspective. There you go, that shows. He does need a 6 to get in there. So yeah, I'm going to declare a charge with Snap on them fellas, mate.
So I will also spend a CP to provide Overwatch.
Oh, okay, so they're going Overwatch, are they? Okay, 1 CP spent. Okay, do your Overwatch then, mate.
Right.
Got 4 shots.
I will supercharge.
I don't blame you. Okay, so they're hitting on 6s.
Yep.
And that's all misses, mate.
Also, I believe, roll of 1, the bear is destroyed after shooting this weapon.
Oh, this is true. This is true, yes.
So he explodes.
There you go. Oh, yeah. Let me just check that you haven't made it harder for me to get in. You have, you little swine. I now need a 7 to get in. So you never know, mate. In a weird way, that might have panned out for you. Okay, so I need a 7 to get in. Well, yeah. Damn it. I wouldn't have got in anyway. There you go. Jeez. And do you know what I was going to do? I really was going to do the stratagem, the unstoppable momentum or whatever it's called. But I thought, no, you won't need that. But yeah. Okay, so he fluffed that. Come on, Dredge, you've done nothing all game. Okay, now the Weird Boy is going to declare a charge. Now, he was going to declare a charge against your guy to come and back up the Smasher Squig, but now I feel like he needs to run over here and declare it on this guy. So yeah, Weird Boy is going to charge over here and try and take that fella out. So he needs a 7. It's not going well. Nothing. 2 failed charges. Dear me, that was horrific. Let's hope my luck changes in the ensuing combat phase. Right, it's time for you to die, my friend. Time for you to die. He needs to die this turn before he can self-repair on his turn. 2 wounds left. There is every chance we can do it. Come on. Don't fail me now. Hitting on 3s. Not the best roll. Okay. Toughness 4. So we are wounding on 2s with the Head Whopper's Kill Chopper. And we're wounding on 3s with the Smasher Squig Jaws. Oh, for goodness sake, he still misses 1. Ugh. But he's got a mortal wound in addition to everything else. Okay, so you got 2 3+ saves and 1 5+ save.
Okay.
So what was that? You had 1 3+ save, so that's failed, and 2 5+ saves, so they've failed. With the mortal wound, that is 7 damage. So you've got 7 5+ ignores wounds to make. You need to make
at least 6 of them.
Yes, yes.
Oh, shit. Right. No pressure, right?
He gave it a go, but he's finally given up the ghost.
No.
He deaded. Yes! Finally killed him. Right, so yes, the Smasher Squig killed the... What's he called? Tech Priest Dominus.
That's right.
Killed him, and then he's consolidated into the Dune Crawler, so he's now in combat with that. Don't know whether that was a smart move or not, but it was either that or just sit out in the open. Yeah, we'll find out soon enough. But yes, that is the end of Orcs Turn 3. We now go into AdMech Turn 3. Oh, be still my beating heart. Blimey, that was scary. Okay, the Dune Crawler, being a vehicle, was able to shoot everything into combat. And that got really scary because it's got him down to his last wound. You used re-rolls and all sorts there, didn't you, with your canticles stuff that you had going on. And yeah, terrifying. But yes, he's still alive for now, but we haven't got to the melee phase yet. And you still have some more shooting to do, don't you?
Oh, yes.
Oh boy. So, okay, we'll come back to you in a little while to see what the rest of his boys have done. Okay, so we've had some shooting. Lewis is playing very tactical now. He's not shooting at the juicy targets of the Death Dread and the Weird Boy. Not even my boys over there. He shot at the easy targets of the Grots. This fella over here took shots that he did really badly, but he did manage to just kill one, leaving just Bob on his own to hopefully pass his leadership test. But the Horrible Gits, they weren't so lucky. They got wiped out by the Rangers. And now we move on to melee, where this Dune Crawler is hoping to stomp my Smasher Squig into the dirt. Let's see what happens. Okay, here we go. So the Dune Crawler, he gets 3 attacks, hitting on 5s. He's hit with 1. 1's all he needs. He's strength 6, so he would be wounding on a 4, but he's Arders now, so he's wounding on a 5. Oh. And he does. It's got no AP, so I'm just on my normal 4+ save. Oh,
50.
I've got a CP reroll waiting for this bastard, I tell you. He makes it. He's fine. Oh, phew. Okay, so my return attacks now. Okay, what is the toughness of a Dune Crawler? Toughness 7. And what's he got? A 3+ save? Yeah, okay, right. So I've got 4 attacks with Headwhopper's Kill Chopper and 2 from the Smasher Jaws. Hitting on 3s. Headwhopper's Kill Chopper is just not doing very good today. Okay, so he is strength 10 and strength 6. Your toughness 7. So these are wounded on 5s and the others are wounded on 3s. So the Smasher Squig fails, but Headwhopper's Kill Chopper lands. 2 hits. And they are -3 AP. So you're on 2 6+ saves, mate.
No.
Okay, so that's 4 damage. But he's got many wounds, so I don't think that's hurt him too bad. That's the end of your turn, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I've got some morale to do for Bob. But I'm sorry, there's no way Bob's running. I'm going to spend 2 CP because Bob does not run away. He is insanely brave.
Advance and take points.
And it doesn't look like they're going to be doing much of that at the moment, but you never know. Right. So we are now starting Orcs Turn 4. And at the end of Turn 3, we've tallied up the points, and it's currently the Orcs have got 33 points and the AdMech have 13. So it's not looking good for the AdMech, but let's see if we can wipe these horrible gits off the table. Just like they did to my horrible gits. Okay, you join me at the end of the Orc Psychic phase. So movement phase, not a lot happened. The boys over there have just sat on that objective, sitting still. Bob the Grot is he just moved on to that objective further because he's really just asserting his dominance over there. And over here, the Death Dread and the Weird Boy moved up. The Weird Boy attempted to cast Jabbing Fingers on this unit again, but he failed this time. And the Smasher Squig ran away. Run away! He ran away round the corner here to just hide away because he was not hopeful of doing much more. And he's made way for something a bit more up to the task. And that's what we're about to see now. That didn't make any sense. We're going to see if that works or something equally. It's long. It's getting late, guys. I can't even speak. Right, brain fart over. Okay, so yeah, we're into the charge phase. So my Death Dread is declaring a charge on the Dune Crawler. And he's going to use the stratagem ramming speed. So he gets a 3d6 charge. Whew. Okay. I need it to work this time. Right, hang on. I need to measure the distance. Lewis, I'm going to ask you nicely to hold the camera. Okay, so what do I need? He needs an 8. Okay. Shouldn't be too hard.
So 3 ones?
Okay. That'll do it. Okay. So he is well in. And that on a 2+, you suffer D3 mortal wounds.
Ooh.
Nice. 2 mortal wounds. And that has dropped you down. He doesn't have... He won't have any kind of... He's not going to feel no pain, is he?
No.
The Weird Boy is going to charge that fella. He needs like a 2. I'll roll it anyway to see what he gets.
I think he's
well in,
yeah.
so he's going to come round next to him. So the Weird Boy's in there. Okay. I should just check the rule book. Usually I wouldn't check the rule book, but when I do a battle report, I get very concerned about making mistakes. And anyone that's watched this channel long enough knows that that's one of my favourite things to do. So he gets 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. Okay, so 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. 2 of them hit. He is strength with his Weird Boy staff. It gives him a nice little boost. What does it give him? +3 strength, so he's strength 8. So he's wounded on 2s. So that is 2, and that is at -1 AP.
Tasty.
So you have, mate, 2 5+ saves to make.
Fantastic. Let's do it.
I thought you were going to do it there.
I've been making Steve very nervous this game.
Your last Vanguard dead. Okay. And now Death Dread.
Yep.
Okay, so snap. Let's finish this guy off. So you have 3 cores, so you get 6 attacks. Hitting on 3s.
Oh, nice.
Okay. And he is strength 10.
Show me 2s.
Oh, for God's sake, so just the 1. Flipping heck. And that is a -3, so you got a 6+ save, which you don't make. That's a flat 3 damage, knocking you down to 2. Ugh.
Nasty.
So you do get your return attacks. Now you are on your last 2 wounds, so you have 1 attack, hitting on 5s. Which hits. He is strength 6, so you are wounding on 5s, which doesn't hit. Okay, and you be pleased to hear that is the end of my turn. And you know what? You know how I spoke a minute ago about making mistakes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you know what? I completely didn't do that whole turn. I didn't shoot anything.
No, you didn't.
So I kind of screwed myself over there.
You got too excited, didn't you?
Maybe that guy on 2 wounds, the big shooter, could have probably shaved them off.
Probably.
Too late now. Live and learn. Dickhead.
Odd doesn't understand much going on.
Okay, so we're into now. We are into, what are we into, mate? Oh, God, it's so late. AdMech, turn 4. And you have used a canticle, haven't you? That gives you speedy, nippy movement.
Invocation of Machine Vengeance.
That's it. He's done that. So basically means that when he advances, he rolls 2 dice and discards the lowest. And he used that for these rangers because they got a bit bored sitting up there. They've decided they need to come down and score some points because Orcs are running away with the points. So they hop down and they got a 3-inch advance, didn't they? So they've moved down here and they are now about to shoot with their assault weapons over at Bob. Poor old Bob. So you've got your 2 plasma collivers and you are hitting now on 4s, aren't you?
Yep.
That poor old Bob. 2 hits. Wounding on 2s. Oh, Bob.
Bye,
Bob. No. Bob has been vaporised. Or has he? Tune in next week to find out. Okay, the combat and the shooting did not go well for the Dune Crawler. He shot in and just wasn't successful. He hit with, I think, 1 thing, but the Death Dread made his save. And then in the ensuing combat phase, failed to do any damage. Even though you did use a stratagem, didn't you, to make him count as his top profile. So even though he was damaged, you spent 2 CP, so he was using his top profile. So you put everything you could into it. Still didn't pan out, and then the Death Dread unleashed his revenge attacks and has wiped him out. But now you are getting vengeance, aren't you? And you're using your stratagem to automatically self-destruct. Revenge of the Machine Spirit.
Oh.
And so it means every unit within 6 inches suffers D3 mortal wounds. So do you want to do this first? You want to do it on the Death Dread first?
Oh, yes.
So D3 mortal wounds on the Death Dread. That's 3 on the Death Dread. And then on the Weird Boy.
1.
1 on the Weird Boy, 3 on the Death Dread. Now, at least you did some damage on the way out, mate.
Finally.
2-fingered salute there to me. We are now into the Orcs' final turn. And you can see what my intentions are. The movement phase has happened. We are now into the psychic phase. So the Weird Boy is going to attempt to cast Smite on these fellas. So that is a warp charge value of 5, I believe. It is 5. Yes. So see if we can get his psychic power off. No, it does not. Oh dear.
Am I spend a CP to reroll?
I have 1 CP left.
Go on, go for glory.
No, I'm going to save the reroll for one of the something else because I don't think I'm going to need it. I'll tell you what I'm not going to forget this time though. It's my shooting attacks. So let's start with the knob on Smasher Squig. It is Slugger. He gets 1 shot. Hitting on a 5. Hits. Strength 4, toughness 3. 3s. Hits. Wounds. So 1 normal save.
No.
1 dead dude. Then the Death Dread is going to shoot with his big shooter, needing 5s.
Oh,
Ooh, that's not bad.
nasty.
I'll have that. And then he's wounding on 3s. That is 3 more. No, hang on. You got 2 regular saves and 1 at -1.
Oh, so there's the one with -1.
Yep. Oh, you made that one, failed that one. So another dead dude.
Another dead dude. It's going to be this guy on the end here.
And now we go into the charge phase. Well, that was good. We didn't even get past the charge phase because the Smasher Squig, with his Smasher Ed ability, just threw out enough mortal wounds to kill the rest of them. And that has wiped all the AdMech off the table, leaving the Orcs victorious. Oh, that was a pathetic war, but it's late, I'm tired, and there are snotlings asleep upstairs, so I had to be quiet. That's better. There we go. We are recording, and I feel I should explain, viewers, I've been boxing training today. This is why I'm a little bit battered. It's not because Lewis was so angry at losing that game. So although I've been battered today in different ways, I think it's safe to say you got a bit of batter in there.
I would like to say the fact that he bent me over without the gratification of giving me any loot. You know.
Well, yeah, you're probably right there, mate. So, you want to hear what the final score was?
Go on then. break my little soul.
So you got 13 points. You scored 10 points on primaries and 3 points on secondaries.
Yes.
So you were in the lead at 1 point. On turn 1, you were in the lead by 3 points, and then that's where it ended. I got 69 victory points. So we're not doing the painted thing. Well, if we'd done the painted thing, it would be still the same, 10 points each. We don't really bother with that here. And we house ruled it, as you know, so we always do that here on the channel now. In combat patrol games, we generally just do the 1 secondary. It just seems to tighten the game up a little. And I think we should tell the audience, you're quite new to 40k.
Yeah.
Your experiences with 40k, you've had a few games, but that is your first game on camera, isn't it?
It is.
And it's your first game in quite a long time, isn't it, as well? So, I don't know the AdMech rules at all. So
I barely know the rules.
So if you're watching this and you are an AdMech player and you're like, that's not right, you will forgive him. And forgive me as well. And if you don't, well, then you don't. But did you have fun, mate?
Oh yeah, always have fun, mate.
Yeah, it was good fun, mate. It was good fun. We did consider, because it was your first game in a long time, we did say, didn't we, that we were going to do a little warm-up game fun, but we did that last time, and we did that the time before, and I said, you know what, let's just film it, because otherwise we're never going to get this battle report done, because we play this game and it could be another 6 months before we play again. I mean, we never know, do we? But hopefully we'll get another game in.
Oh yeah, quicker. I think the closest one we had was the first game we really did, which was 250 game each. Yeah. And it got mentioned, and we were like, oh yeah, we're going to do one. That was like 3 years ago.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. It's difficult in it, life and stuff, but yeah, it was a good game. Who would you say was your MVP? Who was your star player?
It's really a toss up between the Dominus for the fucking beastie duel he was having with your boss there.
He showed some really good survivability, didn't he? That was that a warlord trait or a relic you gave?
That was a relic trait.
A relic, give him the 5+ feel no pain. Well, he made some amazing rolls there, didn't he? Because he could have been dead a couple of times over, couldn't he? He was self-repairing, and making those saves. So yeah, he really tanked a lot of damage. But your Dune Crawler as well he did get wrecked in the end. He took a bit of damage from the knob on Smasher Squig, and then the Death Dread come in and finished him off. But before that, he had killed quite a lot of stuff, and he'd been decimating grots for a lot of the time. He decimated the Squig Hog boys. Yeah, my Squig Hog boys are cursed. They just never seem to get anywhere. I think I'm just using them wrong. I did consider as well at the beginning of the game. I thought I'm gonna carefully move these around, hug the terrain. I'm going to keep them out of harm's way. But then I was like, nah, fuck it, straight up the middle. Let's see what happens. And they got destroyed like they always do. But yeah, it was a good game. You were off to a really strong start, weren't you?
That's the thing about Mechanicus. You tend to start strong with the long range stuff, but as soon as you face against someone like Orcs or anybody with close range, it just falls apart very quickly. Unless you've got infiltrated stalkers or the tech-free electromancers. Yeah,
and it's hard in these small games. You're never going to get a well-rounded list. There's always going to be some kind of weakness, isn't there? Because you just don't have enough points to get anything. But I didn't think I said to you before, didn't I? I said before I texted you, I said I think you're going to win tonight, because I said my list wasn't optimized, or I played Bad Moons because I always play Bad Moons, but I didn't have much shooty stuff in my list, so there wasn't really a lot to make use of the Bad Moon trait. And it doesn't help either when you're playing Bad Moons, which is a shooty orc faction, and you forget the entire shooting phase. So that doesn't help either. But, look, I'm tired. I've been battered. I think I've got some head injuries. So, yeah.
I don't think your head injuries are just tied to yesterday.
But yes, but it was a fun game anyway. Really good. It was nice to wipe a faction off the table. That's always pleasant to do. And it was right on the last turn as well. So we went the full distance. Yeah. But yes, hopefully, mate, we'll get another game in soon.
Yes, and I will come back with a vengeance.
Yes, I'm sure you will.
I will bring my knight back. Huh?
Yeah, I remember that bloody thing as well. Yeah, I remember that thing. Good times. But yes, thank you anyway, mate, for coming along on the channel. It's great to have you on here at last. You've been saying it for ages. You live like minutes away from me, so you should be on the channel a lot, but it's first time appearing on the channel, and hopefully not the last. But guys, if you want to see more battle reports like this, check out the playlist. There are many more battle reports that have happened, some really good ones as well. A particular highlight not too long ago against Voldemort, check that one out, it's very special. But many others. We have battle reports coming up on the channel shortly as well. I will soon be facing Mitch and his Tau again, and they have a new codex out. So yeah, Tau are looking really scary now, so that's going to be an interesting one. So come and check the channel out for that. But if you don't want to miss any of that, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, give it one of them if you didn't like it. Let us know in the comment section what you thought of the game. Yeah, send your commiserations to poor old Bob. You killed Bob, you bastard.
I've killed Bob in every game.
Kill Bob.
I've got to kill the mascot.
But he always comes back, see? He always comes back some way,
it's like
somehow.
the Orc Wag. If you believe in something, and enough Orcs believe it, it just happens. I reckon he just wakes up in a random place and he goes, well, I guess I'm here now.
That was a terrible impression of Bob.
What does Bob sound like? Is he a bit deeper than
Nobody knows.
Oh.
But yeah, guys, thank you very much for watching and look forward to seeing you on the next one. But for now, from Lewis and myself, no, that don't work. I'm going to say this, from 6+ Stevo and Lewis, we are... Oh, mate, I'm so tired. Listen, I'm signing out, all right?